471. 471. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Johnny, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Yes, but it's a positive thing, Paul. The High Life, the Shy Life.
You won't find a cast of characters like this everywhere.
Hello, Paul.
Delicious.
This particular episode of The Shy Life is a little more abstract than usual.
Oh, yippee.
Okay, looks like the hairy guy is ready to record. 3, 2, 1.
Go Shy Yeti.
Oh, I hope he hasn't found out my secret. Do you think he has?
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Shy Life podcast with me, Paul the Shy Yeti. How are you doing? Oh, well, I'm not so good this week. I don't know. I'm just worried, I think, about Yeti Uncle John. It's got to me. And, well, I need cheering up. So this week, we'll be letting you do the entertaining. And I'll just sit here and listen. All right. Go on then. Why are you not doing anything? Listeners. Dear, oh dear. I'm sure you're all very entertaining. I know loads of you do podcasts. But, well, all right. We'll do a show. But I'm going to have to get the regulars to help me. And I'll run the theme music. And when we come back, we'll do something. You do something too. I don't know. Run that theme music.
It's time for my old buddy, old pal from across the channel, across the pond, Paul Chandler, the Shy Yeti.
He's not that shy. Oh, it's the Shy Life podcast. Yeah.
All I wanted was a pie.
And then I hatched out of an egg. Okay, bring the mic over. He's ready to record.
It's the quiet ones you've got to watch, you know.
Is it metaphorical? Is it deep? Is it deep?
Fair play. He's not all that shy, is right.
Blimey, Governor, it's the Shy Life podcast.
If you thought that was bad, just listen to this.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for it to begin.
It's the Shy Life podcast.
He's positively glowing.
Oh dear. I'm in a bad mood now. Listeners, why don't you do something? Dance. Listeners, dance. Read me a poem. Read me one of my own poems. No. I'm stressed out. I'll tell you why. I'm stressed out because of Yeti Uncle John, who's still in shame jail, and there's no hope of reprieve at the moment. He's just got to do his sentence. I am concerned for him. I had a phone call from him the other day. He gets a certain amount of calls a week, and anyway, he sounded quite jolly. Have a listen to this. Hello, Paul. How are you doing? Oh, I'm okay, Yeti Uncle John. I'm worried about you. Oh, don't be worried about me. I'm getting used to it here. Really? No, I'm not. But they've told us that's what we should say. Oh, Yeti Uncle John, I'm sad to hear that you're not having a good time. I mean, not that you're supposed to have a good time, but I'm sad to hear you're not doing okay. No, I am doing all right. I mean, I am regarded as something of a legend because I had 3 wins on Fortnite in a row. 3 wins on Fortnite in a row, that's very good. Yes. I mean, I have to be very careful what I say because the whole gaming thing, you know, they're not supposed to know that we've got equipment, but they do have to give us laptops. You see, they give us laptops because We're supposed to do various courses, and it's all online training these days. Yes, of course, it's the same with us at work. Yeah, well, little do they know that we've got Fortnite and things like that loaded on our laptops. Yeah, but you don't have controllers, though. Like games controllers. Oh, no, none of that. It's all keyboard stuff. Oh, blimey, and you're still winning. That's very good. Yeah, when I first started playing computer games, I just had my laptop. I didn't have a controller. I had to play using the keys. It was very confusing. I consider it a form of, learning how to type and all that sort of thing. It's very good. That secretarial course I did back in 93 is really paying dividends, yes. I've got a really nifty typing speed, and it helps playing computer games on laptop too. Oh, yes, I imagine it must do. Have you heard from Ryan, Comic Book Ryan? Have I heard from Comic Book Ryan? No, but I'm sure we're going to be recording something together any day now. Do you have any messages? No, I just wanted to know whether he was still looking after... I gave him something to look after. Yes, I know about that. Well, I don't know about it. I know that you gave him something. Why did you give it to him and not to one of us? No, it has to be outside of the house. Just for security reasons. Okay. Is there anything you need me to send you? I mean, I know I can't send you loads of things, but I think I can send you biscuits and things like that. Yes, biscuits, that's good, I'll have them. You sound very chipper, Yeti Uncle John. I am, yes. It's because we had steak and kidney pudding for lunch. Blimey, that sounds nice. Yes, it was quite nice. How is the food in Shame Jail? Well, it's good. Well, it sounds good. Yeah, what did we have the other day? We had Bubble and Squeak. Oh, blimey. And I used to make Bubble and Squeak with leftovers. Actually got to the stage where I used to make it out of fresh, go and get fresh veg, and we made it because we liked it. It's very good. Yeah. And are you sharing? I can't remember if you said. Are you sharing with another prisoner? I do have a cellmate, but, he's best to don't tell you too much about him at the moment. He's actually a bit of a celebrity, and I don't think he wants people to know that he's in Shame Jail. Oh, golly. Are there lots of people in Shame Jail? Oh, enough to form a choir. Anyway, you're doing singing? Yes. I am part of the Shame Jail choir. That's led by Isaac. He plays some piano, and it's a long story. Declan's there as well. He chooses the songs. It's strange selections, but anyway, I think our rendition of Girlfriend in a Coma is going to be exquisite. Oh, right. Okay. I can hear some beeps. I'm going to have to call off. I hope you can get me some visitors soon. I've been talking to Toppy, and he's promised he'll come and see you, but it's a long way for him to come. Oh, it'd be lovely to see the old topster. Yes. Oh, anyway, I've got to go, Paul. Speak to you soon. Right. Take care. He's gone. He sounded relatively chipper, but I don't know. This whole business is most upsetting. So there you go, listeners. Yeti Uncle John, about 24 hours ago, that call. I mean, I do find it quite upsetting. The whole thing. Well, more than he does. I mean, he did sound pretty chipper. But making the best of a bad situation, I suppose. Hello, Paul, how are you? Oh, I was just playing the listener's phone call I had with Yeti Uncle John last night. Oh, yes, well, at least we can speak to him. Have you visited him recently? I've been resisting it. Seeing him there, it would upset me. I know. I mean, I've spoken to him on the phone far more than I've actually visited him face to face. I keep saying I'll go. I mean, I've been trying to arrange for Toppy to go. Ick said he'd pick him up, and he's very keen on Toppy, you know. Oh yes, of course, they have a bond. From what I hear, though, it's not like a jail like in Prisoner Cell Block H or one of them shows. No, they're not in cells. They are in bedrooms. It's more like I guess it's more like. I hate using these words. It makes it. Well, he has done the crime. He needs to do the time. I keep reminding myself of that. Yes, Paul. He had so many chances. What I was going to say is, I guess it's more like what I imagine an open jail is, or. Well, I mean, they can't just come and go, but it's a lot more casual, you know, a lot more, a lot more about rehabilitation, and a lot more sociable and a lot more civilised. Yes, Paul, yes. That said, you know, did you know that he's playing computer games? I think I had heard, yes. Well, he's playing computer games, and, you know, he's not supposed to, so it's not that civilised. I don't know. I mean, they get to use computers, but that's for doing courses, and they've hooked the system and got onto computer games, but I don't know. Even in Shame Jail, he does naughty things. I'm surprised they don't allow computer games, because Isaac and Declan, they love the computer games. You'd think that if they were in charge, then, they would encourage it. I know, but they can't be having too much of a good time. I don't know how Isaac and Declan manage all this. You think John said something about a celebrity being in there. I don't know if that's an actual celebrity or a podcasting celebrity, or I don't know if we'll ever find out. It's supposed to be a secret, but anyway. Oh, he was asking about Ryan from Canada, comic book Ryan. Oh, the lovely Ryan, yes. Yes, he definitely gave Ryan a package or a letter or something, and he won't say what, and all he said is that it had to be someone outside of the house. Paul, maybe it is his will. Blimey, I never thought about that. I guess it could be his will. We could be beneficiaries, Paul. Well, yeah, but what does Yeti Uncle John have? He barely has anything in his room. He just has tat. Paul. Well, I can speak, but like Uncle, like Yeti, we're very similar in many ways, except that I'm not as naughty. Oh, no, Paul, you're not as naughty. Yeah. I mean, maybe that is it. Maybe that is it. Maybe it is a will. It would kind of make sense. Well, it's none of our business in that case. I mean, he could have just left it with a solicitor, but... or maybe it's something else. Oh, Paul, you need a distraction today. I think I do need a distraction. Oh, I've got some coffee here. Let me pass it to you. Oh, thank you. Sorry, listeners. Sorry, listeners. I should apologise for the way I spoke to you at the start of this episode. What did you say to them, Paul? I told them to dance. You told them to dance? Well, I suggested that they should entertain me, because I wasn't really feeling that chipper. I've used that word about 16 times this episode. Oh, Paul, you're down about Yeti Uncle John. Yeah, I am. It's yeah. It is upsetting. Where's everybody else? Well, I think August is down in the laboratory. Martin, well, he's due to be down there soon too. Iki's at the spaceship, he's resting. Dear. Have we got any idea when he's going to give birth? I don't think so, Paul. I don't think so. He doesn't seem to know himself. Although he has mentioned that he is expecting a visit from the matron soon. A visit from the matron? Blimey. Okay. I guess, is that an alien matron? Or a matron from his own world or something? I would imagine so. I don't think there would be many matrons from the earth that would necessarily be an expert. Well, who knows? I mean, there might be shape-shifting matrons, who fit in or mix in. I mean, as you know, with Ick, people who see him just either don't see him or don't act shocked at all. I don't know if that's just politeness or some sort of special Ick power that he has on people. Oh, Paul, I don't know. So what are you up to? You said you were expecting Martin in the laboratory. What's going on? Has Bettina come to see August recently? No, I believe she's away somewhere at the moment. I'm not quite sure what she's up to, but I think there's something to do with Aunt Tappy and Toppy, and something to do with I don't know. Something for the Smellcast. Okay. Well, where was I? Yeah, so so August is kind of like just himself. He's fine. Yes, Paul. Yes. There's a lot has been going on. But as you know, well, and a lot's been going on with Martin. Well, yes. Well, but he seems okay. Well, yes, he won't give up. No. But so what were you up to? Is there anything exciting that I could podcast about? Well, I was going to do a little experiment, but it was it was just a silly idea of mine, I've been growing some vegetables in the little patch in the front garden. I think you may have noticed. Well, listeners, don't imagine some wonderful garden. This is a very small bed, really. I used to have flowers in it, and it's been full of weeds more recently. Yes, you have. You've been growing some things, courgettes. What else have you been growing? A little bit of broccoli. Yes, it's hard to tell. They haven't really thrived, but I don't really expect them to. Have you used like fertilizer or nice proper soil? Replaced it with what was in there? I don't know. I don't really think it's the best place. Well, no, I should have done that, but I have been working on a little experiment that I hope will give them a bit of a boost. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, okay. Exciting. Well, listeners, why don't we share with you a clip, either a quiz or a bit of Sutton Park or something. Cromitty, you'll share some of the experiment with us, won't you? Tell us about it. Oh, I suppose so, Paul. Yes, okay. Good. So yeah, we'll play a clip, and when we come back, Cromitty will be telling us about his experiment. It's always a good thing if you can invent something that helps things grow more, or gets a better crop. Something that's environmentally friendly, I hope. Oh yes, of course, yes. Yeah, I mean this could be quite a breakthrough. It could be quite a, these things are always of use. Yes, Paul, I thought so. But I'm just thinking about my own crop of vegetables. But if it works, who knows? Yeah. All right, listeners, let's play you a clip, and we'll be back after that, and we'll be down in the laboratory. Please enjoy. Yes. Please do.
Can't believe this. It looks like Horner's down here, working against Paul, or working with Paul, but Paul's on hellbent. It's awful. I've heard that Paul's been working with Asriel as well. That would suggest that Paul is gone evil, like Horner. And poor Arnold, I'm all by myself trying to save Arnold, but it's so difficult every time you get into the air. Every time I think I can save him, those bloody dinosaur things can get in his way. They're always watching him. I've been here for months now. I've been here since November. It is awful. I can't believe it. He hasn't moved. He's not dead. He's just in some sort of suspended animation or something. Oh, poor Arnold. Oh dear. I think they're coming back. I'm going to have to go and hide again now. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Hello, Ben? Ben? Oh, I don't know. Oh, there's all that rumour about Arnold, wasn't there? I don't believe that von Hellbent would do anything with Arnold. I've talked to him about it, and he denies it. Because there is this parrot around here, up here, but it doesn't move. It's not real. Ben? No, it can't be. But all this worry about that Ben came and caused that problem, saying that von Hellbent had got Arnold captured or anything. I mean, I've never believed it. Paul's sceptical. Paul says that it's not von Hellbent. It's obviously some evil person related to von Hellbent, some old friend or something. But von Hellbent wouldn't do that. He has his bad times, but he has helped Paul now and again. That business with Nick wasn't the best way to go about it. Basically, von Hellbent is misunderstood. He doesn't necessarily go about it the right way. But this isn't Arnold. Doesn't even look anything like him. Oh, yeah. No, it's very strange. Anyway, you stay there, Golden Girl. Hi viewers, it's me. Yeah, a bit dark. Let me come a bit lighter. Okay, you two can come. Oh, who's that?
Dear. Oh,
hi.
Hello.
Hiya.
Nice to meet you here.
I was in the area. I thought I'd pop by. Wish you happy Christmas and things.
Hello. Well, you can always pop by on Christmas Day if you like.
Oh, yeah, that'd probably be better. I wanted to come past, so I was in the area. So
I might have a surprise for you. You never know.
Probably, you.
Yes. Well,
Parkhurst around?
No, he should be still out of work. He won't be far away though.
Yeah.
Listen. I don't think anyone's listening.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
You know Smeg. Yes, of course. Yes. Well, obviously, you being one of our field agents, you haven't exactly participated much.
I haven't actually been given much information.
Apart from that peculiar incident in Sutton Park with the rabbit, I don't understand that at all. Well, normally we are investigating the paranormal activity of Sutton Park, but recently, very recently, I have noticed. In fact, I'm surprised you haven't noticed certain goings on down the road a bit. Of a certain Dr. von Hellbent.
Well, yes, I must admit that we have been brought to attention about Mr. von Hellbent. We don't really know.
Yes.
What?
I have reason to believe one of our SMEG agents has been kidnapped and held captive.
Oh, wouldn't be Arnold, would it? The parrot.
You know of Arnold, the parrot?
He's a friend of mine, and he's vanished.
He is a member of the Spiritualists and Mediums Inquirers Guild.
Is he?
Yes.
Well, Ben is supposed to be trying to find him. And I must say, I've been so busy. I wouldn't be surprised if I've been deliberately.
If you've seen the recent broadcast of this so-called VHTV,
I didn't see VHTV. I was on my way down.
I suggest you pay attention then. I think it's time that we dealt with von Hellbent, don't you?
Oh, I think you might be right.
Yes. Well, in that case, sometime not long after Christmas, you'll be given a calling even.
Yes.
And we will ransack von Hellbent's laboratory and rescue Arnold with a little luck.
Oh,
provided he lives that long.
Are you sure that von Hellbent is actually responsible for the kidnapping? He might not be one of von Hellbent's henchmen or something.
Henchman, my arse. As far as I'm concerned, von Hellbent is indirectly, if not directly, involved with this kidnapping. He is, after all, trying to take over the world and turn it into a technological know-how place. I mean, think of all the birds and trees and things that will be devastated by this madman.
I must admit, viewers, that I haven't been I haven't really been understanding what's been happening on these VHTV things. I'm a bit.
Well, I don't understand. All I know is that he plans to turn this world into nothing more than a bleeding gigantic washing machine.
It does make this sound like he's going far too far this time.
A giant sandwich toaster, nothing but mechanical things.
Yeah. Is there anything that we can do now?
There'll be a leaf left if he's left to deal with it.
What we can? I've got a time.
Well, look.
It's taking me long to get down from the lanes, and
I'll give you a bell. Wait up.
Yeah.
I'll give you a bell. You be down here through your cupboard route, whatever it is, like a shot, and we'll ransack Von Hellbent's laboratory.
Right.
No getting out of it.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I've got about an hour and a bit before
You
I
go and find Parkhurst and get on with whatever you get on.
So is
Merry
that-
Christmas until Christmas.
Yeah, okay, so I'll go and see him in the
Yeah.
park somewhere.
Well, I don't know where exactly he is. He might be on his way
I'll go
home.
and check one of his usual places.
Yes, bye.
Don't put on Gorgon's Nemesis, they're little friends of mine. Don't worry, come on. Rockies.
Madman.
Bye.
Yeah.
Hiya. Oh dear, we've been outside for no more than 10-15 minutes, but it's really getting dark. I only popped down here. I didn't leave Elaine's quite as early as I hoped to this morning. Time we had breakfast, such nice breakfasts. Say goodbye to Keith and Elaine and stuff. Of course, George has gone back. Gorgon's Nemesis weren't ready when I wanted to leave. I just thought I'd pop down here, but it's getting on. I want to get the train about 4:30. I've got to go back to Birmingham. My last week before Christmas. I've checked most of the places the Parkhurst would usually be, but there's no sign of him. It's the last place I'm at the moment. I'm going to have to go back. He may have already gone back to the house. Gorgonghast, Nemesis, don't go wandering off. We're playing hide and seek. Shh, we're playing hide and seek. I'm hiding. Oh, for goodness sake, you two. Shh. A 9900 coming. Oh, Paul, it's your mate, Parkhurst. Look. Oh, Parkhurst. Hi. You just stop playing. Come on. Hi. Parkhurst. Oh.
I wish people would lit this place. Look, I'm about to tidy it up.
Oh dear.
They don't know.
Oh, I just popping.
Park keeping can be such a tedious job, you know.
I was just popping.
I'm not even a park keeper. I'm a government agent.
Oh, I was just popping past. I've just been seeing Elaine and things. I was coming out to see how you were. Any chance of a cup of tea and go back to your place before I have to get the train?
Yes. I shouldn't want Mr. Twitch is there, trying to keep out of his way for a while. He's been right manky bastard lately.
I saw Mr. Twitch earlier. Yeah.
Is he still in the house?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I went
Perhaps
out.
He is.
I can't remember what he did.
Look at this. Look.
Why are you doing the job of litter man rather than digging and planting things? Is it because it's Christmas?
Someone's broken up the bleeding toll gate.
Oh dear.
I bet there's bloody rabbits. They're doing this. Look.
Oh.
Look at that. Look. Perfectly good toll gate thing.
Dear. Oh dear. Come on, don't worry about it. It's getting dark. Let's go back to your place and have a cup of just sort of.
Yes. Oh, I better take this rubbish that's lying around. See?
Yeah.
Take it back home. Right, Will?
Looks a bit familiar, but no, never mind.
Yes. Come on in.
Come on, you two.
What?
Come on.
Oh, look, it's another white bit up there. Look at that.
You don't want. Come on, go. Remember, just they've been playing hide and seek. Come on. Coming. Wait for me. Down in the cellars, Von Hellbent's laboratory. I'll be going soon. Paul's been down in the area seeing Elaine and things. He'll probably be going up. If I come back,
Yes.
I don't think he'd be very happy that I was going down to see you. Here's your paper I picked up. I'll just take him Wollstonecraft for a walk. I'll just bring him over.
Yes.
I'll just bring him over. Oh dear. Poor little Wollstonecraft, eh? Don't worry. Oh dear. Still upset about this flashing business, aren't you? Well, Paul's been trying to clear George's name, so I don't mind trying to clear your name, little matey. Come on, let's walk over to Daddy. Come on.
Oh my God. Vernon. Andrew. Hello, little Wollstonecraft. Yes. Warner, I have terrible news.
What? Sick family triggers virus fear. Oh my goodness, is that a picture? Oh, that's me nudie picture. I wear clothes. That picture has come to haunt me. What's this about? Virus fear, that's that...
I didn't know you had a birthmark there.
Shut up. It's that picture of that dinosaur disease, isn't it, again?
Why
am I in that picture?
Von Hellbentitis. Who could have
done this?
Who could have?
Well, Graham had the rights to that photograph, but I don't think he'd be involved. He did.
Surely he has a better loyalty than that. For I cured him of the penguin disease.
Exactly.
It couldn't be him. No. Paul Chandler, does he know of this?
He wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't be so sure.
He's been too busy with George.
It's the sort of thing that I'd expect my brother to do.
Give it to me.
Unless my brother has some contact on this planet, perhaps it's Sutton Park has found out about it, and they have informed.
This is awful.
Oh dear.
What if it is your brother? What if he's got spies on the planet?
Oh bugger.
It could be a build-up to his return. He might be back in 1996. Backhoff could be back.
Well, that was a good clip, wasn't it, August?
That was a good clip, wasn't it, August? What clip?
Oh, sorry, August. I just played the listeners a clip, just to give us a bit of time.
Do you give us a bit of time?
Yeah, just between what we were doing and what we're doing now.
Oh, what are we doing now?
Well, you're just sitting here painting me, but Cromitty's about to do an experiment.
Oh, yes. Oh, about vegetables.
That's right, yeah.
And are you recording it for the podcast?
Yeah, well, I thought it might be of interest.
Oh, I suppose it might be.
Yes, it might be. Oh, and Martin's here too.
Oh, hello, Paul. How you doing?
Oh, I'm all right. And how are you doing? You all right? You all right?
Oh yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, keeping busy.
Yes, as Cromitty's assistant.
Yeah, I guess so.
And here comes Cromitty. What's going on then, Cromitty? I'm doing two different things because I do have some vegetables that have come, in my little garden. But also I want to inject the plants themselves or the soil because there should be more. And but I thought I could try both ways. Okay. So you've got what's that in a syringe? Yes, Paul, a syringe. I do have a syringe. It has a concoction that I have been making, and on the table I have some vegetables that I picked that just didn't seem to be getting any bigger, but they're a bit pathetic looking. Oh, Cromitty. Yes, there's a courgette. It's about the size of my thumb. That's very small, but it doesn't, as you say, it kind of looks like it's finished growing. And there's a couple of tomatoes that look like, they should be about the size of a snooker ball, but they're more like the size of a couple of marbles. Are you sure they're not cherry tomatoes? Paul, no, they're not cherry tomatoes. This is supposed to be a normal tomato plant. I'm sure it's something to do with the soil. I think you should have just dug it all out and put fresh soil in, because that soil has just been there in that flower bed for 20-something years. And, it sort of grows flowers if you stick things in it, but I haven't stuck anything in it for a while. Oh, Paul. Yeah. And what's this? This looks like a tiny shriveled brain. It looks like a mouse's brain. It's not a mouse's brain, Paul. It's supposed to be a head of broccoli. Oh, blimey. Yeah, there's something definitely wrong with your vegetables. Yes, Paul, thank you. Thank you. Oh, dear. So you're going to inject this little crop, and you're also going to go out into the garden. Yes, Paul, yes. Okay, well, looks like it's raining out there, so perhaps you're going to do it now? Well, yes, Paul. It's a good time when there's moisture coming into the earth. I shall go out there, and you don't have to come. You can talk to August. Martin will come with me. Yes, all right. But we'll watch you inject the vegetables now. Are you doing it? Yes, Paul. So I've got my syringe, and I'm injecting some of this into there's the courgette. Does it hurt them? What? Does it hurt them? I mean, I know a little prick. It's having an injection doesn't hurt half as much as you always imagine it does. But does it hurt the courgette? Paul, no, I don't think so. Not that I know of. You should ask it first, Paul. I'm just saying. Go on. So you've done the courgette. No noticeable change. It'll take a while. Well, that's if it works. Okay. And the tomatoes, you're injecting them. Yes. Oh dear, they do look like cherry tomatoes, but they're really not supposed to be. Yeah. And so they're done. Not even a whimper. No, Paul. They're not saying anything. And the little mouse's brain. It's not a mouse's brain. It's a broccoli stalk. Okay. And you've done that. So we'll have to wait and see. Yes, Paul. Now, Martin, are you ready? Do you have the other syringe?
I do, yes. I have the other syringe. And I'm ready to go out to the garden with you. Are you coming, Paul?
I'm going to stay here with the listeners. It looks like really foul weather out there.
How can you tell from down in the laboratory? There's no windows down here.
Yes, but I looked out the window just before I came down here, and the rain was bouncing on. You better put your coats on. Yes, all right. We will. Okay. Well, you could record yourself. Put your phone on, Martin.
All right, then. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, I'll stay here with August.
All right, then.
Okay, Paul. We won't be long. Don't do anything. Don't touch anything. I won't. We won't. Will we, August?
What? No, we won't touch anything. I'm not touching anything. Well, I'm touching my paintbrush. I've got to keep painting things.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Oh, dear. I'm feeling a bit lightheaded. I'm going to sit down.
Oh, yes, Paul, you must. Why are you lightheaded?
Oh, I didn't have any lunch. I wasn't feeling that happy, and I didn't realise what the time was. I didn't wake up that early, and so all of my... everything's... all out of sync.
Oh, dear. It really is important to eat at a regular time, Paul.
Yes. So, have you heard from Bettina?
Well, it's funny you say that. We were texting only this morning.
Oh, right. How is she? Is she coming over? Are you hoping to see her?
I am, yes. I have her booked for a portrait, but actually over at her house.
Oh, well, that's nice. You've not been over there recently?
I've never been over there, no.
Well, yeah, sure. Well, that's good. Where is she at the moment? Wasn't she in America? I think I remember Ick dropping her off somewhere with Toppy in Pickle Hollow. You've been there, haven't you, recently? Or you're going there for something?
Well, yes, it's amazing having Ick. He can just drop us around. Yes, I think Bettina's been over there doing something with Aunt Tappy. Yes, she's a nice lady.
She is, yes. Oh dear. I'm really hungry. I think I might have to go and get a sandwich or something.
Oh, I wouldn't mind a sandwich.
Oh, maybe we can use these vegetables.
Oh, I don't really like vegetables. Anyway, courgettes and broccoli stalks, I don't think you should eat them raw.
I think you can, but I know what you mean. Those tomatoes, though, if they grow, then I could have them in a sandwich. Some cheese. I've got some cheese. Maybe some pickle. God, I'm getting hungry. Do you think they're growing?
Do I think they're...
The vegetables.
Well, that courgette is definitely bigger than a thumb.
It is, isn't it? I think they're growing. Those two tomatoes, they're definitely bigger than marbles. They're not quite snooker ball size, but something's happening.
You can't eat them, though.
Well, I mean, I'm sure I could take one of the tomatoes if it grows a little bit more. I should have got some tomatoes from the supermarket, but, long story. They didn't have any.
Well, just don't eat it all before Cromitty gets to, observe them.
Yeah, I know. I wonder how they're doing upstairs.
I'm sure they're doing just fine, Paul.
Oh, look, this tomato, this one's nearly full size. It's really working.
Are you sure? Are you sure you should be touching it?
I'm just having a look. This tomato it's almost, how marvellous. The other one is almost there as well. Look, I don't think he'll mind if I just took one tomato.
Well, Paul, you should go and ask him.
That's a good idea. I'll go and ask him. I'll take this tomato upstairs. You can keep painting, and I'll bump into them because they'll be injecting the plants upstairs, and I'll bump into them and I'll ask Cromitty before I make my sandwich.
Oh, well, I suppose so.
Yes, it's a good idea. Right. Okay, I'll go and do that now.
Okay, Paul. Be careful.
I'll be fine. Hello, it's me, Cromitty. I'm outside in the garden with Martin.
Hello, listeners.
Yes. The weather is pretty horrible, although the rain is not quite as bad. I'm just going to inject some of the liquid into the soil and also maybe inject a couple of the plants. Martin, will you pass me the syringe?
There you are. There is the syringe.
Thank you. Yes, so I'll just do that there and into the ground there. It's almost mud. And then into the base of the stalk. And, well, we shall see how it goes.
You should probably get inside.
Oh, no, just a minute, Martin. I just need to double check something.
All right.
Yes, this is definitely, yes. I'm a little bit concerned, but maybe I made a mistake of the levels of the chemicals. I might have to look at this.
All right. Take your time.
Yes. Dear. I really must make this sandwich. Apologies, listeners. I'm really hungry. What was I going to make? Cheese and tomato. Yes. I'm sure Cromitty won't miss just one of these tomatoes. At least they're a decent size now. What I'll do, because I don't want to eat in front of you, listeners, is I'll make the sandwich and I'll eat it whilst playing you a little clip. So you won't have to put up with me. You won't have to put up with me eating right in front of you. So yes. So whilst I make my sandwich and eat it, I'll share with you probably either a Sutton Park clip or a quiz or something. I'll see what I find.
This is a nightmare.
I know it's a nightmare. It could mean that Backup is about to come back. He's sending people to ruin her.
It's only a theory. I mean, there's no proof that Backup has anything to do with it whatsoever. It could be one of your peculiar friends.
You're right, it could be.
Well, what do you think of VHTV so far? The other two, for example. Never mind the last one, you moron.
Yeah, it's been interesting. I mean, I wasn't quite sure. I was quite surprised when it first turned up. I've got a transmitter in my room which picks up early transmissions and everything.
Oh, one of those booster things.
Booster
Yes, you want to
thing,
be careful of those, you know.
Well, I wouldn't know if they were being transmitted otherwise. I might not be watching.
So you've seen the first two?
Yes, Paul's seen them as well. He's not quite sure. He's a bit confused about you at the moment, especially after that business.
I was asking for your opinion on them.
My opinion, I don't know. I'm not quite. I don't like your motive. Why do you want to take over the world? Why?
Why do you think? It's crap.
But what does it mean?
Sutton Park. I got to get rid of it.
But what does it mean for me? Will I?
Well, you are my son, are you not?
So you
in a
won't-
roundabout sort of way.
So you won't. Well, I won't suffer. You won't get rid of me or anything.
Oh no, not unless, of course, you betray me. But you would never do that. Not now that I have cured you of Serum X.
What about?
Have you become human yet?
No.
I'll have to have another look at that Serum X to see if there's some sort of
Obviously, I'm
speeder up.
I'm human to the point that I can take my hands off, but I can't. I've always been able to do that. My hand gloves are no problem. It's my face and my legs and the other bits that I can't take off.
Yes.
I've always had the ability to
I
take my
never
hands
really
off.
understood how that happened.
It's because there's a loose joint on my loose joint.
I never intended it to happen. Well,
It's in water when I swim as well. My hands always get bogged down. I come out of the water and my arms are always dragging down with water because you fill up with water. It's not very good. Good to get out to breathe from my fingers.
no idea what you think of my BHTV taking over the world stuff.
What does it mean for Paul?
Paul?
He's my friend.
Well, I suppose I can sort of find him somewhere to fit into it, so long as he doesn't mind me being his emperor. Then there's no problem with that. You see. So I could let him be the palace janitor or something. I don't know. At least he'd be alive.
I'm not sure about this. Oh dear, I wish you wouldn't get in. Why can't it be nice and peaceful and quiet? What are you building here? Anything interesting?
I am not building. I'm taking apart. You see, after some peculiar thing happened due to Backoff, I can't remember. I vanished for several months, and when I came back, my Jeffrey, I was rebuilding him. I left him up on Weststow
metallic man?
and he rusted. So I thought I'd better take him apart and.
You took him apart. What you took?
And use him for spares.
But you helped because you helped take him.
I tried to reinvent him.
What,
see if I
after
could make him far more better, shall we say?
That time he made trouble for me and drugged Paul.
Yes.
You got rid of him then, and then what you're using?
Useless he was.
I know he was.
So I took him apart and
fingers dropped off like this.
Exactly. I look. See the craftsmanship. Unfortunately, it got all rusty. So I'm going to melt him down and turn him into a Hoover.
Look, I mean, I can open and close doors without my fingers dropping off, and he just. Oh, that's great. That's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Yes. All right.
No. Don't admire it. The craftsmanship was only so good up until it started to rust. I mean, look, it hardly bends now. So
But it's better than it was.
You can say goodbye to your brother Jeffrey. He's dead.
Goodbye,
Gone.
Jeffrey. No love lost there. I must go. I got to get back to.
Funny enough, it's rather ironic actually, since I heard recently that that other little thing I made, which I can't even remember what he called it. I made it a little pet for him. Yes,
Fred.
Right. Yes, I remember.
Yes, Gavin's been looking after him recently, and what I hear, Fred is very ill.
Yes.
Although he has got better, but there's the possibility that he might have to get put down. I'm
Yes,
afraid.
I heard that along those lines as well.
Because with Fred, of course, he wasn't totally metallic. He's metallic with fleshy implants. He is different. It's slightly different with Fred, isn't it?
It looks like the age of an old technological world is at an end, and here comes the new one.
VHBC. No, V8 before Von Helvin.
Oh, why don't you just shut up and do a cutting shot?
I've got to go.
No, you haven't.
No?
No.
Look, I mean, it must get back. I was just saying, though.
Yes,
let me just say, the Von Howen TV is getting better. I mean, after that first little go, when you went and broadcast the first edition on when no one was watching. Good thing it was very clever the way you called it. You said it was a pilot episode, but it's a good thing you rescheduled it to the prime time. At least you've learned. If you're going to take over the world, you've got to broadcast your TV when people are watching.
Do you mind repeating that?
When you first broadcast Ron and Hellwich TV,
yes,
no one was watching, and it was rebroadcast a couple of days later, wasn't it?
Rebroadcast? Well, that would be ridiculous.
You were trying the signal, weren't you, the first day?
Well, I did do a sort of a test pilot.
Yeah, so I picked that up on my.
Oh, of course, the booster aerial.
Yes, I picked it up.
No. You see, I tested that, and I also used it as a rather devious means of sort of slyly laughing at my brother Backoff by by testing it, by sending it to the moon to see if it would bounce back. So, of course, he would have received it in some such way or manner. Oh, dear. You don't think that perhaps he might have redirected it towards your aerial?
I don't know. I really don't.
No, he could have been trying to warn Paul Chandler to try and make him stop me taking over the world. This could be his retaliation about finding out about my world domination.
Oh, well, it could be.
It could be. Then again...
Might not.
Exactly.
I must go. I must get back to Birmingham before Paul, or he'll be very cross.
There have been 2 episode 1s.
Well, it was like a pilot.
It was, but it wasn't intended to be received on terrestrial television.
Well, no, most people were asleep, so I don't think many people have seen it. I saw it because I had the special transmitter, but it came on really late at night on a Sunday night or something.
I suppose so. Well...
Must go.
Yes.
Okay?
Oh, yes. I'll see you. You can perhaps introduce me as I do the map next time. I don't know.
Yes. I shall try and do a bit better on Hove HTV next time, but I'm really not sure.
Would you like to end on that?
It's very nice. VH2. I wish you wouldn't. I don't know. I'm really not sure I should be involved with this. Oh well. Oh dear. This is a bit. No, this aren't very good. This is always dead. See, I was saying this to Paul about looking. I was looking after his plants for you at work. You might have seen us. Ramesses and I. We were just sort of picking out the dead plant. This would take hours because I always think plants look much nicer when there's no dead bits hanging. I think if I can get to work with this will look even nicer than it does. It's a really healthy plant, you see. I'm sorry, I'm a bit of a garden expert. Pour a bit of it. Oh dear. Yeah. Ramesses. Look. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this plant's all right though. It's not so. I don't know. Perhaps the sun hits that one more. And that's why there's more dead branches. Where's Paul? Hey, just a minute. Where's Paul? He's eating that chocolate cake. Are you sure it's okay? Sure
he knew he's got bleeding cake.
He's not in. You shouldn't go in his room when he's not here, Sharon.
Oh, bugger him.
No, I'd rather not. Ooh, we always get cake. Last 3 times I've been at your place, it's had cakes. First it was mid-birthday. It was the anniversary. Then it was mid-birthday. Then now it's sort of Christmas. Oh, is he gone out then? You gone out then?
Seems so, yes.
Oh, that's...
Well, he's out the way.
Anyway.
He's probably out watching birds in the dark.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
So?
Yeah, it's the trouble when I'm filming you, I can't eat my cake. Maybe if there's a cliffhanger happening somewhere other than here. Or maybe I should just put the cake down. Meanwhile, in the other room. Yes, it is I. I have woken the zombie, Gavin and George, from the ground. Fortunately, they have not yet totally recovered. Gavin is looking, slightly better than... He looks like he's climbing off, but... I'm very well, thank you, but I'm getting eviler, so I'm going to get more evil. Yes, well, I don't really care for Gavin, I must say. It is George who I am going to use. It is good to have Miss Hobbs working for me in Birmingham, looking after things. I hear that Paul is next door, but I shall not bother with him. He has a plan that will come to fruition later, hopefully early next year, where that skull will take over his brain, but it's not working that for the moment. Anyway, George, you've got to get stronger. I need you. I shall be giving you orders over Christmas. I shall be staying here. Yes, and... where's Gavin gone? Gavin? Oh, dear, silly little brat. Oh, not feeling too inflated at the moment. All these bandages, it's like sort of evil. I wonder if my good version is here. The normal Gavin who's older. 'Cause I was evil Gavin, if you remember flashbacks and things. Yeah, like me. Oh look, in the other room is Paul, and that Mr. Whoa, it's Mr. Parker's man. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to murder them. What shall I murder them with? Yes. I shall murder them with this lady's coat hanger. No, handbag coat hanger set. Yeah. I'm going to murder them with a coat hanger. Ha 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 ha. I'm so terribly evil. With my coat hanger of death.
listeners, I hope you enjoyed that clip. Gosh, I had my sandwich. I feel a little bit strange. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I ate too much. It's a bit odd. I just banged my head on the ceiling. How on earth did I manage that? I'm only 5'10". But it's very odd. But my head is right against the ceiling. Something happened to the flat. I'm not sure. Hello, Paul. What's going on? But Paul, what on earth is going on?
Oh my goodness, he's big. He's getting big. How have you grown tall, Paul? Your head is against the ceiling.
I don't know. I just had a sandwich. That's all. What do you mean, Paul? Having a sandwich does not make you tall. You're definitely taller than you were before I saw you last. I just had a cheese and tomato sandwich, and I played the listeners a clip from, and now I'm getting taller. A cheese and tomato sandwich? I don't understand. I took the tomato, the ones you injected. They grew, and there were two of them, so I just took one of them. I wanted a sandwich. What, Paul? I made a sandwich from one of your tomatoes. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh my God, what's going on? Cromitty?
Oh dear. Paul, you should not have eaten that tomato. Did you eat a whole tomato? Yes, a whole tomato and some cheese. Paul, you're going to have to get out of the flat. What? You're going to have to get out of the flat. You're growing. Growing? Oh, Paul, I injected that tomato with my potion. Paul, you should not have eaten it. I thought there were two of them. It seemed to have worked. Yes, Paul, but it was not meant for eating. Look, that's why you're growing. You must get out of the flat before you can't get out of the flat. You'll damage the flat. You'll hurt yourself. You'll hurt anybody in the flats. What? Hurry up, Paul. Get out of the back door. We'll go to the fields behind the house. You can't be seen. It'll cause, all sorts of attention. What? Cause attention? Oh dear, I have to think about it. My yoga group might be meeting. Paul, what have you done? I'm sorry. Hurry up, Paul. Come on, out. Oh, golly. Right. I'm definitely getting bigger. How big am I going to get? I have no idea, Paul. I need to speak to Cuthbert. We'll have to find a reversing potion or something. Oh, dear, what a palaver.
Oh, my goodness. He can barely fit down the corridor.
Yes, that's just because he's fat. Hey, no fat shaming. Oh, I'm sorry, Paul. I'm just upset. I'm very upset with you. But I should not have insulted you. Now just hurry out into the fields. Out to the fields. Run. Oh, golly. I'm going.
What a mess.
It is a mess, yes. Oh dear. Cuthbert, can you help us?
Please do not panic, Ick. Please do not panic, Cromedy. As long as you have correctly followed the guidance that I gave you earlier, then you should now have the appropriate serum to reverse the growth spurt that Paul received from eating the infected tomato. Please do not worry. Please do not fret.
Sounds like a plan. Oh dear, I'm wary of injecting him with even more stuff though.
What else can we do? He's out there in the fields. He's a giant Paul. Soon people will notice him. Soon he'll be looming over the M25. The cars will crash. Oh dear, we thought the Yeti Uncle John was a problem.
He seems to be taking after Yeti Uncle John by doing stupid things.
Well, like uncle, like nephew.
He doesn't usually do stupid things. He was just hungry.
Don't make excuses for him, Martin, please.
Oh dear, there's the phone now.
Oh, let me answer it. Hello? Yeti residence?
Hello, darling. It's me, Bettina. How are you?
Oh, things aren't very good, I'm afraid. We have a bit of an emergency here.
Oh, darling, I just wanted to speak to Paul. What on earth is going on?
Oh, dear. He ate one of Cromitty's experiments, and it's made him grow. He's a giant. He's standing out in the fields. He's a giant.
Oh, my goodness, darling. Oh, is there anything I can do?
I don't think so. I'll keep you updated.
Oh, thank you, darling. Oh, golly. I'll call off. I'll let you deal with your emergency. Oh, dear, you'll have to tell me all about it.
I will do, Bettina. Did you want to speak to August?
Well, I was going to, but I'll leave it till later.
All right. Goodbye, Bettina.
Goodbye, darling. Let me know if I can do anything.
Yes, of course. Goodbye.
Oh, I don't know if you should have told her all about it.
I had to say something. Bettina will understand. She knows how wild this place is. Cuthbert, do you think that we can reverse the effect of this potion?
I am convinced of it. Please don't worry.
It was much too strong. I did not realize the tomatoes grew to the right size and then stopped, but it has a different effect on humans.
Soon everything will be back to normal. You will see! Exclamation.
Okay, Cuthbert. Oh, gosh. I hope this works.
I hope this works. Luckily, it's getting dark outside. Maybe nobody will see him. I told him to put a bag on his head.
A bag on his head? Oh, Cromitty. I think a giant Yeti standing in a field with a bag on his head, even in the dusk, will still be something that people would notice. People will be taking their dogs for walks.
Yes, well, I've told him to hide behind the biggest bush he can find.
Oh, Cromitty, I hope he's okay. Let's get to work. Let's hurry.
Yes, let's hurry.
Is there anything I can do?
Mix a cup of tea, Martin, please.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, dear. What a mess.
Hello, listeners. It's me, Paul. I'm a giant. I'm a giant Yeti. Oh dear. My friend Milo would be very excited by all this. I have a friend he's very into giants, and in better circumstances I'd go and see him just to give him a bit of a thrill. You don't know Milo, it's fine. He's a lovely guy. Yes, just very much into giants. Oh dear. I'm wearing a paper bag over my head, so I hope that I'm not too muffled. Hiding behind a bush, but, well, quite honestly, if people saw me, they'd see me, if you know what I mean. But it's dusk out here, it's a little bit chilly, actually, and I don't think there are many people about. I did see a dog walker, and I just froze. To be honest, the dog, he wasn't interested. He was much more interested in some ball that his owner was throwing him. But, oh dear. I don't know how much longer I'm going to have to stay out here. I think I've stopped growing. But I'm very big. I'm about the size of, well, I could peer over the top of the N25 if I wanted to. But, well, I didn't because I didn't want to cause an accident. But yes, I'm at least as high as that. I don't know how high that is. Taller than the flats where I live. I couldn't get on a train. Trains look like model train sets to me at the moment. Oh God. What a stupid thing to do. I shouldn't have eaten that tomato. I should have thought about it. It wasn't a normal tomato. I feel stupid. I feel like Yeti Uncle John. Oh dear. I really shouldn't. I can see some people coming. I just have to be very, very quiet and roll up in a ball, and they won't see me. Yeah. Or maybe they will see me. Oh, I hope they won't see me. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I don't like being a giant. I mean, it has its benefits. Sort of, reaching to reaching for the high shelf, or, I don't know, not that I would ever do DIY. But no, it's not good when you're a librarian. In that, I think that if I went into work, yes, I'd be able to reach the top shelf of the books. I'd be able to reach more than that because I'd be bigger than the actual building. Oh dear. Maybe I should ring my friend Milo and ask him, what do giants do, to not stand out? I'm sorry. People are coming this way. Just a minute. It's Ick and Cromitty and Martin. Ick, Cromitty, Martin. Paul, be quiet. Don't shout. Your voice is much louder. Oh, sorry. I was just talking to the listeners.
Well, that's all very well. But, we've got to inject you.
Thank you. Is it going to work?
Well, we have no idea. Cromitty has injected one of his vegetables, and it has gone small.
Yes, it looks like it's going to work, Paul, but we cannot allow you to sit out here as a giant. You just get too much attention. Yes. What if I shrink down into being a tiny person? Oh, my friend Milo likes tiny people too. Big people and tiny people. That's his thing. What are you going on about, Paul? Oh, just a friend of mine. He likes giants and tiny people. Long story. Right, well, the concoction I have made should make you go back to normal size, not go to tiny size.
That might be quite a fun idea for a future episode, though.
What?
Well, Shy Yeti Goes Tiny. We could do a sequel.
Not to be so irresponsible.
He's got a point. Maybe next year, eh? Oh, Paul, you really are showing quite a lot of irresponsibility, just like your uncle. I know it's been said. Well, by me.
And by us.
Yes, okay. Your little syringe is that going to be enough? Shouldn't you get a giant syringe?
No, Paul. We know what we're doing. Don't forget it's you who made the mistake, not us.
Well, I did make a mistake in a way, but it just made it too strong. That tomato wasn't for eating, Paul. All right, I know. Just inject me. Do what you need to do.
Hold still then, Paul. Don't make so much noise.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, gosh.
Don't worry, Paul. It's just a little prick.
Not anymore, it isn't. Go on. Do what you need to do. Oh, dear. Here you go, Paul. I'm injecting you. Ouch.
Don't be such a baby.
Oh, sorry. He was a bit rough. Oh, Paul. I'm sorry. You're injected now. Let's see what happens. I don't feel any smaller. It'll take a while. Oh, okay. Well, we can't just stand here waiting. Maybe we should play some music or something. Paul, do what you need. Listeners who hear some music. When it is played, we will see how tall Paul is. Yeah. Have a listen to this, listeners. Yeah. Oh dear. I'm hungry again now.
Oh dear.
Hi listeners, me again, Paul, back in the flat. As you can tell, it worked. It seems to have worked. I mean, it's a few hours later, and I do seem to be back to normal. One good thing I've noticed is that I'm probably about 1.5 inches taller than I was before. I've been telling people I'm 5'10" for years, when perhaps I was only 5'9". But now I'm about 10.5 or something like that. Yeah. So there's some good thing come of it. Hi Dales. Yeah. I grew really big. I grew like a giant. You didn't see it because you were asleep. You missed it. You missed it, babes. Yeah, I grew into being an absolute giant. It's because I ate a tomato. Yeah, these sort of things don't happen to you, do they? No. They don't happen to you because you're not a stupid Yeti. Oh dear, oh dear. So, yes, I'm rather in Cromitty's bad books, but well, it's all done now. I managed to get away with it without being seen. Yeah. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, listeners, I think that's about all we've got time for this episode. I can tell you, being a giant isn't to be recommended. Not in the middle of Surrey, anyway. And maybe, what have we learned from this experience? Don't eat anything that Cromitty has injected with a potion. Yeah. That's the main one, I think. Anyway, we'll be back again soon, and hopefully I'll stay this size, and and I'll speak to you all soon. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and sorry I caused so much trouble. It could have been a lot worse than it was. Anyway, all right. You take care, listeners, and we'll speak to you again soon. Okay. Yes. Right. Yeah. Goodbye. I need to go and have something to eat, Dils. Just something to eat. Yeah. I'm starving. Anyway. Okay, listeners. Bye now. Bye. Oh, Cromitty, you didn't need to dig up your garden. No, Paul, I thought it was for the best. I don't think that, that soil is just not good enough. And injecting vegetables with potions, I can't trust you not to eat the wrong thing. And, well, it's just a bad idea. Maybe we should grow flowers there or have a flower pot. Oh, Cromitty, couldn't you have just, got the potion to the right level so that we could have eaten the vegetables? It would have been too much work, Paul. Too much work. It's better just to grow flowers. Then at least you won't be eating those flowers. No, I won't eat the flowers. Unless we have the donkeys come back over. They might eat the flowers. Oh dear, giant donkeys. It puts me off being a gardener. Oh dear. And, did Cuthbert confirm what you'd done wrong? He was just too strong. But, it was never meant for you to eat that tomato. None of those things were. Well, I mean, it did work. I know all too well that it worked, Paul. Oh, well, I'm sorry I caused such a problem. It's okay, Paul. It's okay. It kind of reminded me of having Yeti Uncle John around. Thank you, I think. Oh, I can hear the end theme music coming, so we better say goodbye. Yes, Paul. I need to go and tidy up the garden and what's left of it. Oh, dear. I would help, but I'm resting. Yes, Paul, you keep resting. Oh, dear. I gotta go now! Bye!
I want to go with you!
Gotta go! Bye!
Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network. Find more shows over at pride48.com.
Oh dear. What's going on now? Oh, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Let's go.
I have a voice. I have a voice.
You have a voice.
You have a voice. We have a voice.
We have a voice.
Unique voices in podcasting.
UnivazPods.net.
Oh dear, August. Sounds like there was a lot going on. Oh, well, yes, there was. Quite a lot going on. I didn't notice I was drawing at the time. Darling, you are so busy. You're so busy with your art, you don't notice when these sorts of things go on, do you? Oh, dear. Oh, no. I must say, the last thing I saw was Paul rushing from the house. He did look a lot bigger, I must say. I didn't realise at the time that he had become a giant. Oh, darling, I know. Gosh. Well, it wouldn't be a Shy Life podcast episode if something silly or dramatic was happening, or both at the same time. Oh, yes, well, he's all back to normal now, although apparently he's an inch and a half taller than he was before. Oh, well, that's something. He'll never make it to 6 foot, though, will he? Well, no, I don't think so. I think he would like to be 6 foot. But there you go. Darling, well, I must come over and see you. We must go and have an afternoon dinner date or something, or an evening dinner date, although I know you like to be in bed by 9. I do. I prefer it. I would prefer it if we went out for lunch and had a nice lunch. Then that is what we'll do, August dear. Yes. Let me look in my diary and I'll give you a couple of dates and you can decide which is best for you. All right then. That would be fun. I will enjoy that. Oh, darling, me too. I can't wait. Oh, yes. I will paint our lunch. Oh, no, darling. If you go for lunch, you just need to eat the lunch. It'll go cold if you try and paint it. Oh, yes, well, fair enough. Unless I get a salad. Oh, darling. Dear.
I can't believe it, Paul. I can't believe it. You're as bad as me. Yes, Yeti Uncle John, I'm as bad as you. I ate a tomato that had been injected with a serum and it made me grow. And I was bigger than the M25. Well, not lengthwise, but height-wise. And, yes, I had to stand out on the common, whatever it's called, until Comedy came back with a serum, a thing that reversed it. Oh, dear. I hope you didn't scare my magpies. I didn't see your magpies, no. Oh, dear. Cromitty has decided not to grow any more large vegetables. In fact, he's given up his garden altogether. I feel a bit bad about that. I think he should have just kept working on the serum and gotten it to the right level where we could have eaten the produce that he grew. But, oh well, never mind, Paul. It's just reassuring to hear that you're, keeping the family line, keeping up the mischief. It wasn't deliberate mischief, Yeti Uncle John. Not like you. A lot of my mischief is not deliberate either, I can assure you. I never mean to do these things, I just do them. Maybe we'll be seeing you in shame jail soon as well, Paul. I haven't got any shame strikes. I don't want to end up in shame jail. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, well, you can tell we're related, Paul. Oh, people keep saying that. Oh, dear. It's all right, Paul. I'll forgive you. You forgive me? Oh, Oh dear, I'm actually quite proud of you, Paul. Oh dear. Paul? Oh, he's rung off. Oh, that's not very nice. Oh, well, never mind. Tomorrow's another day.
I've just been looking online at some jokes all about giants. I probably shouldn't, but you know. What is the fear of giants called? Fee-fi phobia. Yeah. What else? How are strippers like giants? They both grind bones to make bread. Naughty. It said that there are loads of jokes. It's just the same jokes again and again. And also, it's not about giants. Well, that's rubbish. There's even one about a football club called the Giants. Oh dear. Well, that stopped that, didn't it? But I like the fee-fi phobia one. Oh well.
This is just the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Well, gotta tell you, I didn't expect that.
What the hell just happened on this show? I mean, seriously, reverse it, because I lost... What's going on? What happened?
That was a darling little shoe. Whoa, I love that one. Great show, Paul. Yeah, that was a good shoe.
471. 471. 471.
471. Oh dear, giant donkeys. It puts me off being a gardener.